Guys, how's it going? This morning we are down at the garden center because they are receiving their very first load of plants for the season. And it's currently 16 degrees. Almost doesn't feel like we should be getting plants, but we're all just like, oh, there's that energy, that spring energy already. So the truck has these plants on pallets that are wrapped in plastic. We're gonna get the pallets off, and I think they're multi-layer pallets. There's only a couple of them. We'll get them off the truck and we're gonna tuck them right into this warm shed to unload everything. My mom actually sent me over the order sheet the other day and said, hey, do you wanna order anything? And so I've got 17 flats of things on this truck that I'm so excited to take home today. We're gonna have to keep everything in the greenhouse for a little while, but some of these things I have never had in my own garden, or really I don't have no experience with. And I ordered them with the pond and dream stream in mind specifically. A lot of them are kind of low growing things or more like meadow looking plants. So I'm, just so excited. And I think the truck is right around the corner here. My mom just walked around here. Oh, there she is. Oh, and there's the truck. Yay! Yay! 16 degrees, no big deal. Hop in here real quick, excuse me. And you guys, this is the inside of the shed area, so we'll just pop the pallets in here and then start unloading flats onto the shelves, which kind of ring around the room here. There's Monica's. How excited are you for the first plant load?
I am excited.
Are you? You ready?
Yeah, kinda.
It begins.
Once I see him, I'll be excited.
Yeah. You guys, look at that. 16 degrees. Woohoo! High of 36 though.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's way out.
Whoa, you're good there.
They made it right to the door. Boy, I'm glad I don't drive a truck. Whew. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at how beautiful. Oh, to see green plants.
Oh, they're pretty good looking.
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
See the damage to the top of the door there?
Was that you?
That was me. The forklift.
If you haven't done it, you will do it.
Yeah.
Not if, but when.
Yeah.
That's why I don't drive forklifts.
Oh my goodness. You got a cutter?
I do not.
Someone got a cutter?
Anybody have a knife?
Brittany's probably got a cutter. Oh no, just hands. Brute strength.
That's right, get a Wolverine through it.
Oh, all the gallons are not in flats. Oh, look at this one though. Whoa. Winter Ballet Lola. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many beautiful plants. So I put all of my pile right here by this far door so that when I get ready to load them up, I'm not opening the door near all the rest of the plants, and hopefully we can just whisk them out really quickly. But I thought we would kind of look at these real quick, and I'll go back over these once we're home and we've got them in the greenhouse tucked in and we can take a little bit more time. And I think the lighting will be a bit better too. But I want to walk through the other things in here too, because there are so many beautiful hellebores. When I did my order, they didn't have an updated hellebore list. So I got one variety and then I popped one of another one into my bunch. Look at this. This is one of the sweetest hellebores I have about ever seen. This is called Winter Ballet Lola. Oh, that's so gorgeous. I love seeing down in here, there's more buds coming out. We've got some Cape Fuchsia called Lemon Frost right here. We've got some toad lilies. There's a lot of this stuff, like this is a mini Kentworth ivy. right here, so clearly a ground cover plant. And then we've got the Cupid's Dart right here, which I think those will be perfect around the pond area. More of a meadow looking flower. We've got some violas just for some fun spring color, but these are perennial violas. We've got some apricot foxglove. Now look at this. This is called silver cotula, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it gets little yellow ball flowers on the top of it. And I just love that silvery green color. We've got pink ice iberis, which I think has more of like a succulent look than the regular iberis to me. And they'll get these sweet pink flowers instead of the traditional white. We've got some early carnival saxifrage. It's always a fave in the spring for me. We've got Beaujolais loosestrife, Labrador violas, which have the beautiful dark colored foliage and purple flowers. I got a flatus soapwort. I had planted soapwort before, which is a super common ground cover, pink flowers, gorgeous in the late spring, early summer. And we forgot to run drip to it. And it was one of those things that just fell through the cracks. One of them survived. I didn't plant too many of them, not like a whole flat of them. So I really would like to fill out that area. It's kind of in the corner by that dumpster. This is so pretty. Checker bloom, Sedelcia, Malviflora. Gosh, these names. We got some sword ferns there. We've got some thrift. This is called Dreameria Daydream. And then Jacob hellebores. Do you have a favorite in this load yet?
I think that one.
The Jacob? Uh-huh.
But I can't hardly choose.
Yeah.
There's so many pretty ones. Like, look at this.
I know, I grabbed one of those.
Oh.
They're so beautiful.
This is a winter ballet Lola.
Not,
Lola is shining.
I think that's probably the sweetest looking one. Like the sweetest color.
I love that.
And then all of this stuff, you guys, I think, are you guys going to work on putting it out later this afternoon?
When it gets in the 30s, it's in the teens still, I think.
I think, let me look.
Was it 16?
It was 16 when the truck pulled in. It's 18 right
It's
now.
warming up, sweltering.
I know, it's not feeling too bad out there.
Not too bad. But look at that.
Wow.
And then the back side.
Mm-hmm.
I think the back sides of a lot of these are just as pretty as the front side.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to switch cameras real quick, so hopefully I can get a more clear picture of these. Okay, so again, this is Ice and Roses Carlotta right here. Let's see if I can get one to face us here. That's more of an aged bloom. That's a newer one. Look at that, the color variation. So it doesn't even matter that the bloom's face down because they're so gorgeous on both sides. This one is a Ice and Roses Picotee. A little bit lighter in color. This one, you were just saying looks like a clematis. It does.
Clematis, yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
Look at the back side, though.
Yeah, that dark burgundy
Yeah,
color.
yeah.
And this one is a Rosalie, Ice and Roses Rosalie. And then there's some traditional iberis, the candy tuft. Down on the ground, there's some repeats of what we just looked at, and some dark purple violas, some lighter purple violas, and these are a bicolor purple and yellow. There are some Moroccan daisies.
Did you get any of these to take home?
I did not.
Aren't they?
They've
I
got
like
kind
the
of
foliage.
a Artemisia look,
It
don't
does,
they?
It does.
And then this is a dark Picotee. I love this. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
The edge.
Yes. And this is Pink Frost, which I've had before. Here's a bloom. Oh, so
That's
pretty.
gorgeous.
There's more of the Lolas. Now look at this.
Look at that. This is Ice and Roses Red Hellebore.
Wow. And they're so huge.
Yeah. Aren't they in good shape?
Yes, they look
I mean,
gorgeous.
the plant and everything's beautiful.
Yes. There's more Jacobs just shining. Look at that. There's a clear difference between in the growth habit and like the how floriferous they are.
Yes. Yeah. These are more like a bouquet.
Yes, they are. There's a few things on the ground. There's some yellow violas, not in a whole lot of color yet. There's some rock cress right here. This one is, well, this one's Penny's Pink. Look how pretty that bloom is. Oh. This one is Ivory Prince, so not open quite yet.
I like ivory prints.
Yeah. You got a couple of house plants in here.
I do. Well, for us, it's a house plant. The Japanese Aurelia.
Spider web.
Yeah, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Very bright.
Yeah.
And this one's cool, the tree ivy.
Yeah.
These grow 6 to 8 feet tall and 6 feet wide. Did you know that?
Well, it's a tree.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at
But
how
they're
huge.
glossy.
Now, what's the zone on that?
This is a zone 7.
Oh. Some would say those would survive over the winter.
I would disagree.
I would too. We should be in charge of that freaking zone
should.
map. I know.
Yes, or at least in our area.
Yeah, I know. Toad lily, right there, samurai. I got some of those. And then there are more of the fuchsias here. And then there's a red fuchsia. This one's a queen, African queen, Cape fuchsia. And then, oh, these are one of the best perennials.
Yeah.
They last all season. These are not even open yet. Like they're just starting to
Fishing
open.
flower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then a lot of sedums.
Yes, tons of semps and sedums. So I'll just try to get close. We won't go through all the variety names. And I'm going to come back because I told Mom I would share some of these sedum flats with her. We kind of did this order together so that we can make it work and make it make sense to bring it in so early. But look at the Spanish gold sedum right there. Oh. And then this is a frosty blue agave. And there's some Scotch moss. More semps. Those are wicked. You got to be careful with those. You know what's really cool is this one right here. I know nothing about it. Raulia australis.
Isn't it pretty?
It's like super cushiony. You can see that. Look at that.
It
It's
almost
like
looks like elephantine.
it does.
Only like gray, silver, blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the most miniature dichondra you've ever seen. And then, oh my word, look at this wall. There are ferns and what is this one? What is this variety? Whoa. It is, red romance. The burgundy stems and the dark. I think that's probably the darkest hellebore I've about ever seen.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then these are Picotee white. There's some more, there's some saxifrage and more sedum up here. Probably see better if I do this. Oh, these are pretty, the baby tears. Look at that. So delicate looking. And did you see this, Mom? Little Missy sedum.
Little missy.
Little Missy.
It is a little missy.
Yeah.
You know what? Right here, I love the variegated leaves on some of the hellebores.
Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is really
I
pretty.
mean, just the foliage itself.
Uh-huh.
When this is done blooming, that's beautiful.
It is really
texture
pretty.
In the garden.
Yeah. Very pretty. And I've always been a huge fan of this look. This one is the Oregon stone crop right there.
It looks so like puffy.
Yeah, and very shiny.
little
I love
puffs.
that.
Yeah.
What else do we have that's super interesting over here? A whole bunch of semps. Look at these columbine violas. Oh, seeing the color, it's like life-giving. There's some woodland strawberries up here.
Look at the quality.
Yeah, beautiful.
And you know what? I love the foliage color on this.
Yes.
Isn't that pretty?
It's beautiful.
This is a Labrador violet.
Uh-huh.
Now the violet flowers are gorgeous, but the foliage
Yeah,
is
that dark color.
beautiful.
I have a flat over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these plants come from a place called Blooming Nursery, growing facility in, where is it? Cornelius, Oregon. So same state as us. And they just do a beautiful job. And they grow a lot of their stuff cold. I think it's protected, but it's not heated.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff that we get ends up being way tougher, way hardier. So you're not quite as nervous bringing stuff in. I mean, 18 degrees is a little too cold to put out most of this stuff, especially when it's so fresh.
Well, it's going in heated greenhouses or inside.
But if you were ordering things like a normal person would,
You
you would receive plants that are ready to rock and go right outside in your landscape. So there's some like confidence that brings. Anyway, I love it so
I
much.
told our sales rep, this is a step of faith.
It is.
Yeah, it is a step of faith. It's good as soon as February rolls around, which is in a couple of days, it turns on a dime here.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine to plant some of this outside.
Well, sometimes people plant their vegetable gardens in February. We have like a false spring. So yeah, people are ready. And I think too, being a full-scale open year-round nursery, having stuff to look at and beautiful plants for people to come see is kind of a must.
Well, a lot of folks just come in the winter because they need like plant therapy. They need to have the green and the smell of soil.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to get my stuff loaded up and we're going to head home, get it unloaded, and then we'll take a closer look. Oh, home sweet home. So we've got most everything sitting right here. I popped a couple flats back there, but I would like to get everything organized onto tables and kind of spaced out and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna work on that and then we'll look at everything. I'm just so thrilled to see these fresh plants in here right now. All right, we've got everything organized. It's not all in the same spot. We've got it kind of spread out just a little bit, but oh, it's so fun to see the tables full again. Look at this. So let's just start here, and I thought we'd just run through a few specifics on each one of these varieties. Starting off with the silver cotula, which, you know, like I said, some of these varieties I have absolutely no experience with. This is one of them, but this is supposed to be good for, like, it even says rockery or alpine plant. Zone 6, drought tolerant, long blooming, it's evergreen, and it only grows 3 to 7 inches tall and 6 to 12 inches wide, and it likes full sun. I just love the color. We've got the western sword fern right here, which wants a more shaded location. And it's a zone 5 evergreen, grows about 2 to 4 feet tall and wide. I've got 3 planted underneath the ash tree up front, kind of where we started that new little shade garden area. And I really wanted to beef up that space. I want to use these in some spring planters first, and then we can pop them out and beef up that area because they've done really well in that spot, the 3 that I do have. The saxifrage is always such a beautiful spring bloomer. I just love the sweet flowers and kind of the cushiony look. And they don't get super big, 6 to 10 inches tall, 8 to 12 inches wide. Zone 4, also evergreen, can tolerate some moist soil if you've got that. And then the rock soapwort, I just can't even describe to you how these look when they are in bloom. I mean, right now they kind of look like a little bit of a scraggly plant, but they don't when they're established. They're just amazing. 4 to 8 inches tall, 2 feet wide. Zone 4, drought tolerant, like the sun. They attract butterflies. I like the little burgundy note to the stems and the leaves here. And then we've got the halo sky blue viola, which look at this flower. Oh, they're just so gorgeous. And these are a zone 5. They bloom for quite a long time. And we've got more spots that are a bit more protected sun-wise, which these tend to kind of want a little bit more protection in our area. So now that we've got more spaces like that, we can go in with more things like this. We've got the Sedelcia palustra, oh geez, checker bloom. I love the glossy look to these leaves. They kind of look like a strawberry or like almost like a creeping Charlie sort of thing. It grows 8 inches tall by 2 feet wide, attracts butterflies, says that they're a native wildflower, and they're really good at naturalizing. Whenever a tag says it's good at naturalizing, I never know what to think. Like, how good are you at naturalizing? Are you going to spread everywhere? Maybe. In some cases, I don't mind that. The Beaujolais loosestrife is such a beautiful plant. Likes full sun. It gets kind of those spiky looking blooms, almost like a Veronica. And you can see here it tracks all the things, and it's good for cut flowers. 2 feet tall by 18 inches wide. Zone 5, tolerates moist soil. Really excited about that. The Samurai Toad Lily. This is one that we can put in a shady spot. Look at the flowers. Oh my word. They are so beautiful. It says may naturalize. This is one that I would love to have naturalized. They grow 16 inches tall, 2 feet wide, zone 5. They also tolerate moist soil. Oh, this one right here, the Labrador Violet. We already kind of took a close look at it, but look at the color of these leaves. Oh, they're so pretty. And then there's even a few little blooms. They're so sweet and delicate looking. But these are a zone 3, you guys. Super tough. Wonderful sort of ground cover. These usually naturalize pretty nicely. Grows like 4 to 6 inches tall, a foot wide. Then we've got the apricot foxglove, and this is one that will bloom this year. Attracts everything. 3 to 4 feet tall, 2 feet wide, tolerates moist soil. We have pretty good luck with foxglove in our garden. They are a poisonous plant, so keep that in mind, but our cats don't mess with them. Our kids don't mess with them. I'm not worried about it at all. This is a new one to me, the mini Kenilworth. I said Kentworth, I think earlier. Ivy. One for a shady spot. Look at how dainty these little leaves are, a little cushion. They're a zone 6, grow 1 to 2 inches tall by 6 to 12 inches wide, tolerates moist soil, long blooming. When does it bloom? It says spring and summer. When I looked this one up, they had this as one to put between stepping stones. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And then the Cupid's dart right here, beautiful little lavender flowers, attracts pollinators, full sun, 2 feet tall by 18 inches wide, zone 4, drought tolerant and long blooming. They kind of form this like little flat rosette of leaves here. I'm excited about these. Okay, then over here on the other side, we've got the Daydream Armeria. I just love these. These have a wider leaf than some of the other thrift that I have. Has very grass-like, like very thin leaves. These have a little bit more boldness to them, which I love. They like full sun. They attract all the things. These are a zone 5. They are evergreen, so the foliage is evergreen, and they'll grow about a foot tall and wide. Then I just kind of scooted everything down that we already have here. I did want to show you. Remember when we did our cleanup in here, I cut back one of our lemon coral sedum just to see how it would look. It looks so much better than the rest of them. And you can see if I were to cut this one back, this one would look fresh and gorgeous too. So I think the right move was to cut it back. So I'm going to come in here at some point and clean these up. But we've got some really fun things to use here. We've got our geraniums that we've been wintering over. We've got some seed trays, geraniums that just came out of the studio, and then a few more perennials here. So the pink ice candy tuft, again, attracts all of the pollinators. It's fragrant. Zone 5, drought tolerant, evergreen, grows about 10 inches tall by 10 to 14 inches wide. I love the soft pink blooms on this one. What do you think, Russell? Got some new plants, dude. We've got our Jacob hellebore here, which these are hardy to zone 3. And these will grow about a foot tall, so not much taller than they are now. And then they spread out like 12 to 18 inches or so, and they are evergreen in their foliage, very thick leaves. And you can see that these have upturned blooms, which is a desirable trait. Some of them don't. Some of the hellebores, you know, kind of nod down, but they always look so pretty from either side. And I did get one of those Lolas right here. So you could see the back side of the blooms even more saturated pink than the front side. Yep. Hey, buddy. Good morning. And then we've got our Lemon Frost Cape Fuchsia, which this one, zone 7, so hardy to 0, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. You can see the plants just look like a nice, fresh green mound. But they get these lemony yellow, let me get it in the sun, blooms on them. They're just so pretty, and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm thinking more containers for these. What did I say, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, long blooming, tolerates moist soil, really attractive to hummingbirds. And that's the last one, you guys. We looked through all of them. I was just so excited. I even thought after we ordered, I'm like, oh, did I just order too much too early? You know, I'm going to have to carry these things over for a while. I probably won't be planting them outside until probably late March or so. So it won't be too long, just several weeks. It's okay. I like seeing the plants in here anyway. The one thing about, you know, when we do load up on plants and they're in flats like this, it's a really good idea to separate them. So especially in a case like our violas or our foxglove, like the ones in the center are not getting much air or space. So I'm gonna go find some extra flats, and I like to go every other hole so that we separate them out into 2 flats, thus they get more space to breathe, and it keeps the plants a lot healthier. Even things like this, it's good to separate them because oftentimes they'll start to want to grow together in a mat, so that when you eventually get ready to pull them out, sometimes you have to cut them apart because they're so intertwined. But I'm excited to put together some early spring containers where we'll use some of these perennials, but a lot of them are destined to go around the pond specifically. I'm so looking forward to filling up that area and just getting some more color and some more texture around there, and getting things that will grow around the base of rocks and maybe like cover parts of the rocks to soften the look out there. We'll get there eventually, but I'm really excited to get after it. Now, you guys, the last thing I want to leave you with this morning is kind of on a sad note in a way, but Natural Tree showed up this morning to take out the mulberry tree. And I was super thankful that I had a plan to be away from the house this morning because I didn't really want to see it come down. I know it had become a safety concern that I didn't even realize. I knew that there was some rot in the tree, but I didn't know the extent of it. And when we found that hole at the bottom of the trunk where we could stick a garden stake like 3 feet into the tree at the base of it, I knew it needed to come out because it was just a matter of time before that thing died or fell over and damage something, hurt somebody, or whatever. You know, I just didn't really want that worry. So anyway, I do think that Aaron and Paul got some cameras out so we could watch that come down, just so you can see the whole evolution of that space. And I'm gonna go out there and take a look here in a little while once they go. Once they leave, and I can just, when I left this morning, I looked at it and I was just thinking, this is the last time I get to see you standing. And that's a really sad thought, but sometimes it just has to happen in a garden. And thankfully, it happened at a kind of pivotal moment over there where we are changing things anyway, and we're getting, you know, the new fence put in. Hopefully, it's supposed to go in this week. We'll see if they get it over here and get that going. But anyway, all that said, thank you for watching this video. We'll leave you with footage of the tree coming down, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Morning, Barb.